guest. This young lady is amazing. She is inspiring. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. So, she is a woman who became blind later on in life. And instead of giving up, she rebuilt her life. And with courage, strength, and faith, she created an organization for women who are blind and visually impaired. And today she is here, and her name is Erin Geddis. Hi, Erin. Erin, she is frozen.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I
I'm so
can.
sorry. I don't know what happened. Hello, everyone. Hey.
Don't be sorry. Listen, things happen when you go live. But did you hear your intro?
I did. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And it is an honor to be here with you guys tonight.
Oh, well, I am excited to have you. So now I said all that, but we are going to jump in.
Okay.
Okay. So and wait, and number one, did I say your last name right?
So it is Geddis.
Geddes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm I'm sorry. So it's Erin Geddes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I've written down some questions for you, so I hope you're ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go. Let's
Uh,
go.
All right. You said bring it, right? Okay. So can you share your journey of becoming blind and what that meant, that moment meant to you?
Okay. Well, I have been totally blind for 6 years now. I lost
Hmm.
my sight in the beginning of 2020, kind of like the end of 2019, due to diabetic retinopathy. Before then, I was fully sighted, had a job, I'm a mother. So at the time my son was 4, for me, it it was a little depressing, going from seeing everything and being very independent to suddenly definitely going to complete darkness. So a lot of emotions came up for me, especially within like that first year and a half, because as you can imagine, once something like that so traumatic happens, you kind of have to figure out, okay, where am I supposed to go from here? Or what could happen next? Or how am I going to be able to maneuver or do things that I once used to love doing? So a lot of emotions came up for me, but a lot of it was depression.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a detached retina? Because I never heard of that, and that's what happened to me. So have you ever heard of that before?
Yes. Yes. So I
Mm.
have detached retinas. Also, there is lack of oxygen that's coming to my eyes. So that's why I do not have any light perception. There's no peripheral vision. So it's complete darkness.
And this happened when?
This happened 2019. That's when, so it gradually happened due to poor diabetes and healthcare. That was kind of what led me down that path. And it first started off with my left eye going completely blind in 2019. And then I did some corrective surgeries, which I feel like made the situation a little worse because before the surgeries, I did have some light perception.
Mhm.
After I had 4 surgeries done, and after that last surgery, the doctors told me that there was pretty much nothing more they wanted to do, and that their main concern was just to make sure that I was comfortable with living. So yeah, so I'm familiar with the detached retinas.
And did you have any symptoms? But because for me, um, a week before my right eye went blind, I started seeing like squiggly
Mhm.
lines. Um, but I just thought that I was tired, because I was working a lot. I didn't think that I was going to lose my vision. So, what about you?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really grasps that they're going to be blind or that they're going to like have something so tragic happen to their vision. For me, I had signals and signs throughout a lot of my life. I would say in my teenage years, because like I said, I was a type 1 diabetic since age 8. So um, I started seeing floaters
Hmm.
probably in like high school. And then I got some glasses, but I didn't really like the glasses, so I didn't really wear them. Um, then what else? My vision became more blurrier. So when I was towards going totally blind or before losing the sight in my left eye, I remember I had curved vision. So the out of my good eye at the time, I could see things that I knew was straight lines was curved. So I remember looking at my father's banister, and instead of seeing the lines, like I know these aren't curved, it looked like something out of Dr. Seuss because I'm like, ain't no way these is curved lines.
Yeah.
So I knew something was wrong.
Okay. And okay, so what were your first thought when you realized your life had to change?
My first thoughts, it was I went through the why me.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was really big for me. Just why is this happening to me? When all in all actuality, I knew deep down inside why it was happening to me.
Right. And what was the biggest fear at that time?
Not being able to see my son and not being able to do the things that I once could do with him. And he was at a small age at that time, so I really felt really dependent.
Yeah. And what age was he?
He was almost 4 years old.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, was there a moment where you said, I don't know how, but I have to keep going?
Yes. And that moment came from my son. At that
Mhm.
age, I remember the last time I could see his face. I tell this story a lot, but it's the most memorable moment from him. I remember him having his little Adidas outfit on, and I could no longer see his face. He was staring at me. And at that time, my mother was living, and I went and ran to her, and I was like, Mommy, I cannot see his face anymore. Oh my gosh, started crying. And at that age, he tapped me on my leg, and then he had grabbed my hand and he sat me down on our couch and he looked at me. He said, Mommy, why are you crying? Everything is going to be okay. And at that
Mhm.
moment, something in me just felt like this is bigger than you. You have this little boy. You
Yes.
still have responsibilities. He
Yeah.
still expects the same things from you. This is not
Hmm.
going to be the end of your life. So do not make it that. Um,
Right.
so that's where I believe that spark started. Now, it's going to take me some time to start moving on it, but I believe that was the official moment where I said, there's something here that this is bigger than what I'm, going through.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, how did your mindset shift from fear to acceptance?
Mm, how did it shift? When I started meeting other people in the community, when I mean community, low vision, blind community, and supporters, I
Hmm.
feel like that's when it clicked that my life wasn't over.
Hmm.
Because I went from, I don't know if it's just me, but when I was fully sighted, I could count on one hand how many blind people I seen in the world.
Yeah.
So and when I did see them, it was never like they were doing things that I, would expect them to be doing, sad, upset, or whatever. So when I got into the world of low vision and blindness and started meeting people who were doctors and, that were have running their own businesses and still going for their dreams and traveling, I was like, wait a minute. now I'm missing out on something. Like this is not the end.
Right. They were living their life, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Right. And that's what you need. You need a community like that to show you that it's not the end. Life is going, life is moving. You got this beautiful son of yours. So, okay, so what helped you emotionally and spiritually during that transition?
At the time, I was staying at the house with my mom and my sister. And our home, we had a townhome at the time. And
Hmm.
the whole bottom basement was mine. Oh my God. I loved just the peace and being able to be alone. But I really believe in that time is when I got spiritually connected because I
Hmm.
really wanted to dig into like, why am I going through this, God? And what do you need for me to do? So that was my time to surrender and listen. And I stayed in that basement for, we were there for shoot, about 2.5 years. But a lot of that time, and mind you, throughout that time too, I had other health issues going on. So I was all in my head about like, what is my life about to look like? So that quiet time, a lot of music, um, still continuing to do things with my son's name is Chase. So still doing things with Chase, all those things gave me strength and built that connection.
Nice. Nice. So you mentioned you have a son named Chase, and he is how old?
He will be 10 next month.
Oh,
Yes.
so okay. So what is it like raising your son before losing your vision? Because I believe you said he was 4, right?
Yes, just almost 4 years old. So back then, it would be nothing for me to just hop in a car, put Chase in his car seat, and we would go, let's see, Discovery Place or the park, wherever the case may be, and didn't have to worry about, assistance. I had to worry, well, at the time, I had to build up my confidence to be able to even feel like I could do those things again, so it was a lot
Hmm.
easier to just go into, let's see, getting him ready, things that I didn't have to worry about. Just came a lot easier. And then after losing my sight, it's not that it's not able to be done, but I just had to find a new way of doing it. And that took, self confidence building and independence to even get to the level to say, wait a minute, I can do this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. So so how did you how did you become how did becoming a mother shape the woman you were before everything happened?
Mm. It set me down. Definitely.
Yeah.
I used to, I was 21 when I had Chase. So
Mhm.
I was just now getting my foot in the water, clubbing and doing all that other stuff. So it's like that really brought me into a nurturing, calming state. I looked at
Mhm.
him and then my son, he had his own health issues going on at the time. I didn't share this with you before, but he when he was born, he had transposition of the great artery. So he had heart surgery at 2 days old.
Mm,
And
mm,
so we had to face that. And that was pretty tough for us, but he is completely fine now. He went through, months of speech therapy and learning how to eat because when he first came out, he was on a feeding tube. So I had to do the G tube, feeding him and medicine, all of that stuff through his G tube. So he's been, my little strong survivor too. So yeah.
nice, nice. Okay,
Did I
so
answer the question? I'm sorry, I forgot.
you did.
Okay.
So, okay, when did you, oh wait. So when you became blind, how did, what was your biggest concern?
Mm, honestly, There wasn't no. I wasn't gonna have anybody. As in, like, at the time, mind you, I was 26 years old.
Mhm.
I wasn't dating anyone at the time. So
Mhm.
one of my biggest things was like, who's gonna be with me? Like, who's gonna
Mm.
want me like this? And that was from, of course, other. Let's see, self doubt and understand I had to go through a whole journey of self worth and that
Yes.
whole thing. But at the time, that was one of the biggest concerns because I feel like a lot of women, or some that I met in my experience, they
Mhm.
do they believe that once you are completely blind or you're going through vision loss, that you're now a burden on whoever you're with.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And to tell you the truth, I said the same thing. I was 48, single. I thought I was damaged goods.
Yeah.
I said, who's gonna want me?
Right.
And so that's a question that a lot of people ask themselves.
Yeah.
So, okay, so how did you adapt to mothering style after losing your sight?
Luckily, and I wish this was a lot of women's same testimony, but I had a really good support system. Um,
Hmm.
so my mom was all hands on deck while she could be. Um,
Hmm.
my father, my child's father, his family's amazing. So we all came together. They understood where I needed help and support, and
Mm.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yes, you're very blessed with that because
Yes.
I didn't have that support. So I understand. Absolutely. So was there a moment when you said, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through this.
Yes, once I got more into the community and meeting more individuals who were going through vision loss, and they were basically looking at me like, "Girl, get off of your soapbox. You have a life to
Mm,
live." Like, I think that's what it takes, for you to be, or for someone to be around, or to see and observe, or just be in the atmosphere of others that are living their lives. For
right.
you to say, "Look," and then knowing also that somebody has it worse than you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. For me, I don't know. It was like I had to snap out of it,
Yeah.
you know, because you do be like, poor me. I can't do this because you're in a depression.
Hmm.
And now it's like I'm just so unstoppable. I'm ready for the world.
And it shows. It definitely shows. People can see it on you. Like, whether
Yeah.
you see yourself or not, if you're radiating with light, like, it is, people attract to that. And if
Yeah.
you're down and out, then people are, okay, something's wrong here, and kind of standoffish. So you got to be in control of how you want the situation to go.
Right. For me, I worked in the healthcare for 30 years. So
Mhm.
I'm used to helping people. But for me, I don't like people to take care of me and be like, "Oh, poor me. Do you
Right.
need this and that?" I don't want that.
Mhm.
So that's I don't know. It's just like I said, one day I just snapped out of it and said, "Okay, I'm gonna follow what the doctors need, what they tell me to do, and I'm gonna live my life."
Yeah, you have to.
So how did your son and everyone around you adjust to your blindness?
In the beginning, and still going on sometimes, depending on the situation. Um, a lot of the responses I get is, "You're not blind, you can see," or
Because you don't look it, right?
that, or they see me if I'm in a familiar space like my home, I can move
Uh-huh.
around. You know what I mean? Now, I don't need my cane while I'm in my home or familiar spaces. But if I'm anywhere where I don't know where I'm at, or I don't know how to get somewhere, yeah, it's gonna look a little low vision blind going on because I
Right.
need to know what's going on. But I had to have honest conversations with my family and friends. Um, saying, "Look, I know you are." Well, first understanding that they're doing it out of love, and
Right.
something that one of my old friends brought to my attention too is she said, "I'm not used to you." being blind. Like I've known you
Yeah.
for 26 years sighted. Now all of a sudden I got to adjust to a whole new you.
Right.
And my comeback to that was, it's new to me too. Like we on this journey together. So
Yeah.
I'll let you know I had to build up my confidence to step in because I don't like, or one thing that was a pet peeve and still is to me is if I'm in a space and someone is talking or asking a question that's directed towards me, but asking the sighted person I'm with. Like I don't like
Yes.
that at all. Like I will
Right.
be, I've been in many stores where it'll be like, does she like, and I'm like, do you
She
need
is
to do
standing
eyes?
right
Like
there. You can ask her. Yeah.
yeah, so my mom, she was I remember the first time it happened at a restaurant, and then when it happened, I was just uneasy the whole meal. So I said, you know what? From now on, going out, if somebody has a question for me, just let me answer it. Or if they try
Yeah.
to, ask you, just simply or nicely say, you can ask her. She's sitting right there.
Right.
So having those conversations and that communication is like number one. And
Hmm.
like I said, with some family members they don't get it all the way yet because they're so still used to me being able to do things silently. And
Hmm.
I'm vocal, I'll let you know, hey, I need help. I can't do this.
Right.
But
Right.
don't just assume that just because I'm getting up that I'm about to fall.
Right. One of the things is when people, you don't look blind.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
You don't look blind. You think I will fake something like that, or anyone will fake something like this?
Right. Yeah. My response a lot of times is like, I really wish this was all a joke. Like, I
Yes,
really wish y'all that this was it. Like, I'm just like, all right, y'all, I've been playing 6 years. No, it's not.
that's a long game.
Yeah. I don't want to play.
Right. You don't want to play. So, okay, so I mentioned earlier that you started an organization. So what inspired you? And can you tell me more about your organization?
Oh, yes. What inspired me, like I said, when I had met other people in the communities, but then the ladies, like being able to finally open up and talk about motherhood or talk about friendship or talking about just, shoot, how to do my hair blind, like anything. So
Yeah.
I felt a sense of sisterhood and compassion. So from there, back in 2022, it started off with us just hopping on a Zoom call, literally like once a month and just talking. Sometimes it was two of us, sometimes it was four of us. Like that was that. And then since then, it's built. This past year, we launched as a 501c3 nonprofit. Yes, and it's been just great to see the growth in it and seeing how it's like flourished. That's been a really big help and support in my confidence and my therapy within going through this journey. So
Yes.
yeah, so Queen's Corner, that's the name of the group or our group. We are just continuing to strive and uplifting one another. That's
Yes.
it's a safe space, and that's what's really I think that's what really helps people because once again, once you get in the community and you start seeing, okay, I'm not the only one out here that's going through this, and then you
Hmm.
see ladies who are really impacting in the community and in each other and uplifting, and we're just about keep striving for our goals and our motto, seeing the vision no matter her sight, because we believe that we still have vision. You can't take away the total vision package just because of the level of sight that we may have.
Yeah. Oh, is this worldwide?
So right now we are in the United States. We have
Okay.
members throughout the United States as far as California, Florida, let's see, DC. A lot of our ladies are here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and also Atlanta, Georgia, and surrounding areas. But yeah, we have ladies who call in and come to some of our in-person meetings throughout the year.
Hmm. Can you tell me some things that your organization had done with the ladies, such as have you taken trips? Have you done like raising.
Yes. So,
Hmm.
oh yes, we are big on traveling. So in 2024, we had our first retreat. At the time, I was staying in Augusta, Georgia. So I brought the ladies to my hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina, and we
Hmm.
did our retreat, the Queens in the Queen City. Excuse me, where we did a 3-day weekend impacts with bonding. We did morning meditation. We also did a pole dancing class that was really fun. And yeah, it brought up a lot. I like to bring up that um, because it brought out a lot of self confidence building for the ladies. Because, like we mentioned earlier, a lot of us feel like you lose that sensual sexiness to you, if that's
Yes.
for better words. And that I like to have reflection moments after anything we do. So a lot came up for the ladies and it was successful. We did our retreat this year in September in Atlanta, Georgia, where we did another 3-day. We did candle making on that Friday. Saturday we did a bus tour, and then we did dinner that night. And the activities are always fun, but I think we get the most comfort and enjoyment out of those moments in between, where we're reflecting, talking, listening to music, just being in the atmosphere with each other. So the ladies enjoy that. We are planning our 2026 going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we'll be in the cabins
Tennessee.
next
Yes.
year. Yeah, we're gonna be in the
Hmm.
cabins next year. So we're already planning that and excited for that.
Hmm.
Outside of that, those are our retreats. So we do a retreat once a year. Uh, excuse me. Then monthly, we have outings that we do, such as restaurants. We did a comedy haunted bus tour, which was pretty cool in October. We just had a spa day this past November 15th, which
Hmm.
was very nice because that's another thing I feel as women, we don't take that time to pour into ourselves with self care. So I do
Hmm.
like to have that outlet for the ladies to enjoy. So yes, number of different activities. I like to, and that's the thing too. We like to meet, come there. We have done some work within the National Federation of the Blind in Mecklenburg chapter,
Hmm.
and also
Hmm.
the Georgia State Convention. So we've had pop up shops all over and just meeting with the community. We've done back to school drives, partnering with Friendship Community Church in Atlanta, Georgia. We have fed families in the low vision and blind community here in Charlotte with NFB of Mecklenburg. So, oh, and we just did our Christmas giveaway where we had a recipient. Um, she had received $250 worth of financial assistance for the holidays. So, yes, we are continuing to give back in the community and
Hmm.
just uplifting.
Yes. Don't forget, we had our yoga
Oh
class.
yeah, see, we all over.
I
Yes,
know.
we did yoga a couple weeks ago. That was
That was
awesome.
fun. That
Mm-hmm.
was that was fun. So I joined your organization, and it's been a month, and I really enjoy the Zoom calls, movie night. Don't forget movie night.
Oh yeah, see, it's always something happening in the
It's
queendom. We got.
always something to do. Yes.
Yeah, so that's another thing. And a lot of the ladies love our audio described movie night. So we'll get on, we'll listen, and then we have discussions. A number of our programs list from book club, cooking corner. There's health and wellness where we do exercise virtually, fundraising, and also welcome and outreach. So, oh, and then we have our monthly meeting, which is usually the third Sunday of the month at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have just a open discussion. We do announcements. Anyone wants to bring up a topic, and we just talk.
Right. That's it. So how did you want to make women feel like us feel seen and supported?
Um, I really want them. I would like for the world to see that we are not just hidden away. And that's why we have our like website, we have our social media handles so that you can see firsthand that they're cooking, they're going out to places, they're
They
not just
traveling.
they're trying exactly. So
Hmm.
I am a big believer of letting the world see like this is really how we move. Like we're not the typical you're just sad and blind and or low vision and you're hopeless. Like that's not the attitude that I want and feel like Queen's Corner gives off. It's a safe space. It's a place to connect women that are wondering where do I go from here, or maybe finding a community. And sometimes that community is not within your family, but finding people who are like-minded like you that still want to do things.
Hmm. That's beautiful. And and it's for women who think that, if they just lost their vision, or they've been blind, it's nice to look at other women and say these women are just like me. Look, they are doing yoga, they are pole dancing and traveling.
Yes. And
Mm,
and our supporters too. Like that's
yes.
another thing because the education and being that bridge to have those tough conversations with your family. A lot of ladies, they don't know, or the ones that come and say, I don't know how to have this conversation with my partner or whatever, but I need more independence or this or that. And then you're in a room full of other ladies, some who have went through or had to have those conversations. So you get advice on how to approach the situation.
Right. So, what's the mission for your organization?
Mm. The mission, the long term goal, Queen's Corner will be a place where women can come and stay amount of time in a physical building and get all the learning and training that they need to prepare themselves to go into the world and live confidently, dealing or going through vision loss. If you want to start a business, there will be training so that you are able to do that. If you are wanting to learn mobility training, if you are wanting to learn how to cook or start from scratch, all of that will be provided for you so that you can feel confident.
Yes. So, what's the message do you want blind and visually impaired women to receive from your work?
Hmm. I want them to receive that it's not over for you. Okay?
Hmm.
Eventually, when that moment hits, and only you know when that moment is. But when it hits and you say, all right, I'm tired of whatever this is and I want more, and you're looking for a community of people and ladies who support you in that and will help you and hold your hands and get you to where you need to be, or at least help you along the way while you're figuring it out, that you have a home here and
Hmm.
we're here for you.
Right. And it's a safe space.
Exactly.
So, okay, what do you want the world to understand about women living with vision loss?
That our vision does not, or our sight does not, let me rephrase that. Our vision loss does not define us.
Hmm.
I'm not just Erin the blind girl.
Right. Right. Okay, so I know, like, I think we spoke on this a little earlier about relationships.
Yes.
So, um, what's the difference in a relationship you um before you were blind? Like,
Hmm. Well, Let's see. Simply, I mean, being able to go out and see what you're attracted to and what's going on. You
Hey,
know, like you
yes.
can go somewhere and say, wait a
That's
minute.
something, right? That's big. That's huge. Yeah,
Yes. And the cues. I mean, you could look at somebody, catch an eye, boom.
right,
You know, there's potential.
right.
Imagine trying to do that in a room and you're blind and there's no sight and you don't know what's
Yes,
going on and you don't know who's looking at you. And yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
that was a big challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, on the flip side of it, you get more in tune with other ways. Um, you hear, well, for me in my experience, I listen more because I'm not distracted by what you look like.
Right,
So, oh, one
right.
second.
You get to
Oh,
know the person.
1 second. Chess, come here. You about to leave? Yes. All right, give me a hug. All right, bye. Love you. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, you really get to know the person, right?
Mm-hmm. You do. You get to know the person, and uh, just a lot of feeling comes up. There's more than just like I said, what you could be distracted by just by what you see.
Okay, so is there any fear or insecurities?
Say it again for me.
Is there any fears or insecurities when dating?
Yes, of course there are. um, the big one. I mean, I had to learn in my journey that um, it's about what I feel about myself, and that's what's going to radiate out. So if
Hmm.
I'm constantly, for instance, when I first started dating and going on like my first date when I went after I lost my sight, it was so scary because
Yeah, I can
one,
imagine.
I was in disbelief that this guy, mind you, now I was in a whole different mindset. This ain't here now, but I was like, "You want to talk to me?" Like,
Yeah, like
okay,
why me, right?
right. It was the why me, and then it's the questions like, "All right, is this a scam? What do you think? What are you trying to do?" Like, okay. So, for me, I was concerned the whole time. All right, do I look okay?
Hmm.
Okay. Like there was a whole prep before the actual date and a big load of anxiety. Okay, what am I gonna wear? What is does this look? I had all my girls on the line. How do I look? Don't lie to me. Am I so yeah, a lot of that came up. And then constantly not knowing what that person is thinking also.
Hmm.
And that was my big thing because I'm thinking, all right, what do you are you I mean, are we still cool? I completely blew the first date, by the way. So but
But it's
that was just
normal,
Mhm. It
right?
was, I believe it was to, because I look at everything as a lesson,
Yes.
lessons of lessons. So that was to, prepare me and to put my little toe in the water to see how I was going to navigate this new setting and my new way of life. So
Right.
I
So you
learned a
had
lot.
practice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how did you decide when to tell someone you're blind?
So I like
Especially if you're doing like online dating. When do you tell that person?
I am pretty straightforward with it. I mean, my
Okay.
profile, 9 times out of 10, if y'all check out my profiles, I'm usually posing with my cane. I got my
Okay.
shades on. I speak, look, this is what it is. I love it, and this is what's going on. So you just have to adapt to it. If you come on my page, you are going to see there is low vision, there is blind. So, but I will still, for those that somehow missed all those flags, I will still be up for it and I'm straight with them from the
Hmm.
first conversation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Honesty, right?
Yes, we're gonna
Okay.
start off. Cards on the table
This
there.
is what it is.
Yeah. That does not mean, and then I like to follow it with that does not mean that I'm going to be fully dependent and I want you to just come in and, oh, let me take care of her. No, no, no.
No, no. Right.
But
Mm.
yes.
So okay, for you being blind, has it changed the qualities you look for in a partner?
I think being blind and with the growth and just evolving in general has changed my what I've been looking for and stuff. Because
Hmm.
of course I want someone who's attentive and consistent, and
Hmm.
knows how to, the small cues, because things are different. You're dating someone who is low vision or blind.
Hmm.
A lot of the cues that you could do when sighted, I'm not gonna catch that. So you have to make yourself, seen in a way.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, what does someone need to understand about dating a blind person,
Hmm.
woman? Hmm.
Okay. That there are going to be days. Well, I think this goes across the board, just like anybody else. There's going to be days where I'm upset. I'm going
Hmm.
to say, it may be something as I can't see your face, babe. And that may be something I really, care about,
Hmm.
or I may be upset about just something happening within the days, and just having someone there to hold space. Um, I believe that is what is needed, and understanding and knowing that you can't fix everything. It's okay. I'm not asking you to be Mr. Fix It,
Right.
but just holding space and being there to listen and let me have my moments. And I think that's, across the board, but that's like
Yes.
yeah.
So, what makes you feel most loved and respected in a relationship?
Mm. I love work. I just did this. What is it? The love language.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. Yes. So I love words of affirmation. I
Me
feel
too.
like that. Just hearing someone, speak life and speak positivity, and seeing me actually do, you know, um,
Hmm.
no matter what the obstacle is. And even if I haven't done it, I'm still working towards it, not just counting me out. So that, to me, I think that is a big part of it, just being supportive.
Nice. What does living a full life mean to you today?
Mm, peace. That word is coming up for me.
Mm,
Just owning that peace and being able to um, take that time, you know, sometimes just being alone and nothingness, literally quiet. But it's so warming, and it's good for me. So yes, I would say
peace is priceless.
yes, exactly.
Hmm. It's true. So,
Whatever that peace looks like
right.
for you.
What keeps you going on the days when life feels heavy?
Mm, God, my
Hmm.
relationship, because once I get into that mindset, I do remember that this is bigger than just me. And although Erin might want to, just stop, I can't, because it's a part of my calling and my purpose. So
Yeah.
I keep that in my forefront. And I look at all the people around me that's been, moved even by my story, or from the stories of women who have been connected to one another, and I look at that, and that gives me the strength to keep going. And of course, my family, my son, like there's a lot of people depending on me, and I can't let them down.
Nice. So, I have one final message. Do you want to share with anyone that's watching who feels limited by what they are going through?
Mm, yes, I would say, once again, this is temporary.
Mhm.
Um, this is what just came up for me, is something that I used to go by in school. My band teacher, pain is temporary, but pride is forever. So what you're
Mm,
going through is temporary, but the pride and the bigger mission of it is going to be so much more greater. And you may be at a low point right now, but the objective is to get up from that. You can't stay there, girl, because
mhm.
that's going to just You're going to stay there, and that's just not going to be good for you, and you're missing out on so much. Life is so precious, and it is for you to live and experience and learn. And there is a bigger lesson within what you're going through. Um, and only you know, you will have to do that self journey to figure out what you're calling, what that purpose is. But I guarantee you, once you get over where you are now, that you will look back and talk to the now version of you that you are now and say, girl, we stayed here too long. Let's go. It's time to pick it up. It's time to go. We got this. So yes, speak that empowerment into you and that resilience and be that queen that you are.
Hmm. Erin, it was such a pleasure having you. Can you please
You.
tell everyone um, the name of your organization? How can people get in contact with you? How can people join?
Oh, yes. All right. So you can join. There's a number of different ways. You can reach out to us by our website, which is queenscorner.org. You can email us at contact@queenscorner.org. You can call us at 704-277-8966. I am on Facebook also under Erin Geddis. You have my name, I guess, in the description.
Mhm.
And then we are also on Facebook under Queen's Corner. Instagram, we have queendom.qcsg. So there are a number of different ways to get in contact.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed you. I enjoyed this conversation that we had,
Mhm.
and I'm just proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you. This is awesome.
But this is one of the things that I want people to look at us and say, yes, we are in a new chapter, and I'm so glad that depression didn't get you down and had you staying down,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know?
Yes.
So once again, can you give your information of your organization just in case people didn't hear?
Yes, yes, yes. Queen's Corner. You can find us at queenscorner.org. Facebook, Queen's Corner. Facebook page, The Queendom. Instagram, queendom.qcsg. Email contact@queenscorner.org and telephone number 704-277-8966.
Nice. Do you want to shout anybody out?
Shout out to all my queens out there. Love you, ladies. And I'm so
Hey.
proud of y'all.
And the new ones and the old ones.
Oh, yes, yes. New, old, new ones coming. You're welcome here.
Yes.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah, yes. Well, my name is Alicia. Um, I want to say thank you for joining us. Don't forget, I'm a Reiki and a sound healer for sessions. You can email me. You can go on my website, I am more than enough period.net. I also have a journal and a workbook. I am more than enough period on Amazon. Check out my podcast on Amazon and Spotify and Apple. Um, yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Erin, it's such a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again.
Yes. And we'll talk soon.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Bye.